The decenter men discourse has been going on in social media for a little while now. And this man named Cool Like That, he understands where women are coming from. He says, as a man that has dealt with men, I understand why women want to decenter men. It's to the point that I'm actually ashamed of being included in this group. I empathize with women because of what I've gone through. Growing up, I would look at them and wonder why. Now, as an adult, I look at the man and wonder why. I understand why women stay. I understand why women snap. I understand why women want nothing to do with men. And like I said, this is coming from a man. Men do know and understand. He continues to be honest. This was a ramble, but I'm processing my feelings and I'm able to ramble if I want. I do want to explain though, as a man dealing with men on an intimate and romantic level, I'm getting a perspective different from men that don't. When I observed women in relationships they were in, it used to be, why is she with him? Or putting the blame on the woman in some way. That's what I meant by the why. I never would have imagined being in their position, experiencing things like mental abuse, manipulation, confusion, all of the things that I had no idea about, So now I'm looking back like, why regarding the man? What did he do to get the woman to the point of not even smiling anymore or even just snapping completely? I can understand why, after experiencing that level of betrayal and hurt. Women want nothing to do with men. I'm ashamed to even be associated with this group based on the harm that is inflicted on other people. I'm laughing, but it's absolutely not funny. But it is interesting to have a man come in and validate the experiences of women simply because he's experiencing similar things. Men that deal with men are also dealing with the same thing that women go through. So, like I said, it is kind of interesting to have this perspective from Cool Like That. Now, Ice Barika says, I understand. However, I've experienced the reverse. And unless a person is willing to truly do the work, a normal human brain will never let itself out of the mire that is abuse. Frankly, most people are just weak, and that is why these things happen. That is why they stay. They were not taught true strength. I don't like this comment to this man, not at all. Calling people weak and saying that they just weren't taught true strength. It could be that they were taught that it's normal to go through abuse if they grew up in a chaotic and abusive or some kind of dysfunctional childhood where they saw that that type of relationship growing up and normalized. I don't like Ice Barika's comment. Cool Like That says, to that person, do you understand the level of strength and resiliency that it takes to endure and heal from abuse or even just betrayal? I think it's weak to manipulate others to make yourself feel better. That's weak. This person, Loving Me After We, says, this is incredibly validating for a lot of women. And then Cool Like That says, I've been holding this in so long, and this is really venting in real time. Whenever I hear these horror stories, I'm able to relate, even the hesitation to discuss certain things. The whole hesitation to discuss certain things, I totally get, because when you open up a can of worms like this, people do attack you, especially men and their pick-me's. They come after you because they want certain things to not be spoken about. Ashley says, even my gay or bi friends who are men are tired of men and they're shaking my head. And then Cool Like That says, even though I'm still attracted to women, I wish that I wasn't attracted to men at all. I want nothing to do with this. That's how I know it's not a choice. As a man, I thought I would be able to peep game, but there's still times when I'm caught off guard because I'm not like that. It's beyond my own level of discernment. It's sad that we're able to connect over this. And I highlighted the part that says, that's how I know it's not a choice. Some people think that people choose to be gay or bi or a member of the LGBTQ community, but that's not necessarily true, because who would choose to be amongst these people? Who would choose to be attracted to these people the way, as a group, as a collective, they have treated people for like ever. And then Ashley says, I think if there's any good to someone's intentions and all, they will always be caught off guard by some of the grimy ish some of these men be doing. Like, it's like, who thinks and does a lot of the things that they be doing and why? It's very sad we are. So this comment from Ashley definitely resonates with me as well, because if you're a decent person, you're not sitting up here thinking about all the different ways that people are going to manipulate you. So that's the reason why I continue to have many of these discussions, because a lot of us aren't thinking like this, but we have to know how manipulative people think. Now, that takes me to the next topic that I want to discuss. Sia says, to my homegirls, be careful when y'all letting a ninja smash. The camera be recording and that video be ending up in the homie rotation. Lame, and I hate that for y'all. And we know that that's happened because it's ended up in the news. People talking about the Telegram situation where they're sharing pictures and videos. The fact that there's Facebook groups where they're sharing pictures and videos. You never really know. So many people just think that you can just put your trust completely in someone's hands, and that's absolutely not the case. And Sia is letting people know. And we should always be aware of our surroundings, how someone is setting up their phone. Please do know and understand that there are some grimy folks out there. And please stop sending photos and videos of yourself, because they are sharing those amongst themselves. Please stop sending nudes. Stop that, please. My goodness, this comment from Lovable Tabby is terrible. She says, happened to me and it literally ruined my life. I keep getting stalked and actually harassed to this day from both genders. When I found out, I crashed out so bad, I went to jail for 6 months and I lost my kids, my house and car. Currently on probation for 5 years. All because a ninja was being weird. Now I can't see my kids because they're in another state and my controlling ex-husband's family has them. Okay, so that's a terrible mess. And like this person at the bottom says, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Yeah, I'm terribly sorry that that happened to her as well. Pretty Girl 54 says, I did a whole TikTok about this. Not only do they record, take pics, and send it to the homies, the women don't even know what's happening. Also, stop sending them pics with your face in the photos. A lot of men who work in law enforcement do this, and so do older men who should know better, over 40. Truth is, they don't even know how much danger they put women in by doing this. It's predatory, and I likened it to grape. Minnie Not Mouse says, it is. When my ex did to me, I had random old predatory type men talking to me randomly in a disrespectful and sexual way. And the thing is, while it could have been coincidental, I found it weird that started after he did the revenge corn on me. Shelby says, it gets worse too. It doesn't just stay in the friend rotation. That stuff gets uploaded to websites and apps. It will circulate forever. Men share non-consensual nudes with each other like trading cards. It's so sick. And no one likes to hear this, but corn is a huge cause for this problem. It creates sexual entitlement and encourages ignoring boundaries. That whole consent thing, they don't worry about all of that. Please stop sharing this stuff, because you never know. And obviously you can't control if somebody is going to do it to you, but definitely don't do it freely yourself by giving them any of this. Saint Eve is just over it. She says, you know what? Never mind. Forget it. I'm done. Y'all can catch me living my best life by myself with my pets, family, friends, and money. Too many risks these days, because it is literally a whole lot of risk. Big Daddy Doink says this is also a crime. So ladies, make sure you're out here prosecuting. And then One Slick Chick says this happened to a friend of mine. He filmed her and she didn't know. And it was her first time. He then sent it to a man dim at school, and she ended up leaving the school. Even the B words at school were being cruel. This was my first lesson in what men are capable of. So don't be too trusting. Know and understand that they could literally be doing anything. They're literally capable of anything. So have your head on a swivel. Anyways, just a couple of things to keep a lookout for. You never know. And like I said, I'm glad that men are even having this conversation. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment.